Other interesting cultural news, you have Bud Light. The latest sales figures are in, and they are, of course, not good at all. Now, it looks like their sales figures by dollar amount are down 23.9%, or rather 26.9%. Their volume sales is down 30%. Wow. This is both according to Bump Williams Consulting, and this is 6 months after their business blunder of the century of, again, hiring someone named Dylan Mulvaney, who, again, had an average audience age of around 15 years old, who, again, cannot buy beer in the United States. I know that's probably all too common in France. Well, they would probably actually just wine and cigarettes presumably are more popular over there, but it's one of those instances where, yeah, it probably wasn't wise to celebrate someone who, again, doesn't have the correct age demographic for your product. And also, in terms of the United States, it's a cultural debate and political debate with the transgender social movement, where you have Dylan Mulvaney, who never had the surgery, who's born a biological man, and then had these videos, many would call them pejorative caricatures of women, saying this is day XYZ of being a woman, famously prancing through the forest wearing high heels, saying that was something women do. Which I did ask my mom and sister, and of course, yeah, women don't do that, ever. Now, it looks like analysts are guessing more and more that these lost sales will never return, obviously. And then you have one or two moronic consultants saying, oh yeah, it might take until May of next year for the sales to rebound, which, why? Why do they think? They don't explain why or a logic behind why they think their sales will increase. Because again, they didn't address the issue that brought the controversy. And partially because if they were to do that, they would also alienate the LGBTQ community. And Bud Light has sponsored those types of parades for 3 decades. So people, believe it or not, that is a part of their sales demographic. I don't know what percentages it is. That'd be fascinating. I'd love to see their actual internal data. But overall, I would say most of their previous customers and consumers were conservative based, where based on politics and culturally speaking, more often than not, they do not believe in the transgender philosophies. And it's one of those instances where, why would their sales increase? Right now, all they're doing is spending money on advertising poorly, and they're giving away free beer. Which, again, there are some people who will do anything for free crap. In terms of free beer, yeah, I'll sign up for a sweepstakes. I'll retweet your sweepstakes handle. But is that going to translate into a sale of a product? I would argue overwhelmingly not, because it's not really building loyalty. It's not very strategic. I think there's some ways they could make it more appealing, or they could increase the virality if they were to force you to, as a contingency of winning the product, like take a picture with it or something, like something to show you're actually consuming it, because presumably the people who win it will use it as a doorstop or target practice, or what else could you use a Bud Light for? You get 10 cents back actually for the aluminum cans if you're in Michigan. I believe down south in most states it's only 5 cents per can. Tough times, so to say. So there's some value added there to be sure. But I guess, yeah, those are the top 3 uses I would think. So I don't think those sales come back. And this is actually a couple weeks back after the CEO had the audacity to claim that they thought they were gaining customers back, which again I reported on earlier. The CEO noted a survey, and the survey was just a survey asking people, hey, would you buy Bud Light? And people said, yeah, sure. Which is one of those instances where who gives a damn what they say in terms of opinion? What matters is the sales data. And again, we talked about this on the show. The sales data on average, week over week, is about 27 to 30% decrease in sales dollars per week compared to the same fiscal week the previous year before you had this controversy. And even going down to the Q2 numbers, fiscally Q2 2023, they lost, compared to last year, $400 million in sales. And with the sports ball season kicking off, that delta, the difference between the sales last year and this year is just going to increase. Because traditionally, that's when people consume copious amounts of alcohol so they can enjoy the sports balls games. And they're not going to be buying Bud Light this year. Even if you put on a stupid NFL logo on the can, which I can't believe that maybe 0.5% of people are dumb enough to actually see me like logo, me buy product. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't see that as a compelling sales methodology or marketing methodology. And that, again, that survey goes, oh yeah, we're winning back 15% of our customers according to the survey. So the CEO is like, oh yeah, that's good. No, absolutely not. That's what people said in the survey. That was their opinion survey. But what's the sales figures showing? It's showing that you're doing terribly. And as Magic 8 Ball would say for your business, the outlook is not so good. But I partially digress. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of September, so if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, taking the time to like and comment greatly help out the video with the algorithm. Feedback is always appreciated. Love hearing about your experiences, how you can make the show better together. Also, lastly, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.